Good morning. Welcome to the Boise Unitarian Universalist Fellowship. We are a spiritually diverse, justice-seeking, religious community with one great aim: to grow in love. Love for our neighbor, love for our planet, and love for ourselves. I'm Justin Blauch. I'll be your celebrant this morning. So glad to have you here with us today. We're joined by Diane Dorius, co-celebrant, musical director Carrie Bastian, with Jean Cardeno on violin and Jonathan Dover playing drums. We're excited. We have an exciting, interactive, multi-generational musical service planned. Children are worshiping with us today, and we do have our playground set up in the back with Jem and as a gathering space for the kids who want some activities. Let's take a moment to welcome our online community, those joining us via Zoom. Turn and wave to everybody. And look around the room and give a wave to someone, to a friend, or even someone you don't know. Be sure to go and introduce yourself after the service. And Zoom friends, if you want to turn your cameras on, we can see your faces on the screen. Hopefully. Yeah, they're there. They're out there. That's cool. Yeah, there they are. Hey, everybody. And a special welcome to our newcomers, those joining us for the first time. We know it takes a lot of courage to check out a new community. We're so glad you've chosen us. Be sure to introduce yourselves after the service or in the chat if you're on Zoom. There's some newcomer forms in the entryway, and then we do have an Inquirers series on our website that you can sign up for to learn more about UU. Each week, we begin our worship service centering ourselves by lighting the flaming chalice, a symbol of our free faith, a beacon of hope, love, and justice. As we light the chalice here in the sanctuary, I invite those of you who are in our virtual community to light a chalice, if you have one nearby, along with us this morning, and then share in the chat where your chalice is lit. With our collective chalice lit in all our worship spaces, I invite you to rise in body or spirit to sing together our gathering hymn, Breaths. It's number 1001 in the teal hymnal, and the words will be on the screen as well.
To be We come from and live on land considered sacred by many indigenous peoples, known as Bannock, Shoshone, Paiute, and many other tribes that lived here sustainably for thousands of years, inhabiting a vast region including much of Idaho.
We recognize the long history of the land, long before colonization, and acknowledge the ancient tribes whose names have been lost in history.
With this acknowledgement, we wish to demonstrate our commitment to dismantling the legacies of settler colonialism. We honor Indigenous peoples' connection to the land and support their right to sovereignty.
In the challenges of these truths, may we move through the world bringing justice in every way that we can, listening to the truths spoken to us by Native American peoples, making space for them to re-inhabit this place, and giving them back the resources they need to heal their communities.
Our spiritual theme for the month of October is a practice of deep listening. Today, our service explores listening to nature. We'll be investigating the concept of deep listening as a creative act, as an invitation to spontaneous, collective, and imaginative play. In the dominant culture of Western settler colonialism, there's a fundamental philosophy of dualism, that each component of the universe is a separate entity, subject to clear classification, hierarchy, judgment, and control. It's relaxing for our minds to run this software and divide the complex bombardment of stimuli into good and bad, civilization and wilderness, citizens and aliens, developed and developing, valuable or worthless. The concept of wilderness in this framework is a concept separate and distinct from humans and their influence. In reality, humans evolved within our natural world over millions of years. Our singing, dancing, laughing, conversation, and music have been an integral part of the tapestry of sounds of this planet, as have our engines, guns, bombs, screams, and cries. In the binary programming of our capitalist society, things like art, music, and dancing are seen as products, as things that people do. These expressions are more like an outpouring of who we are. It is how we communicate and create bonds with our community, much like bird calls, insect chirping, and whale sounds. We are all just a universe imagining itself. As we enter into this time of worship, let us take a moment to breathe together. Fill your body with breath, knowing that our breath connects us to one another, to our bodies, and to our planet. Our breath offers us an opportunity for stillness, to tune into our spiritual center, to listen deeply to our heart's own longing. Thou art the song of my heart in the morning. Thou art the dawn of truth in my soul. Thou art the dew of the roses adorning. Thou art the woven whole. Thine is the grace to be steadfast in danger. Thine is the peace that none can destroy. Thine is the face of the need-driven stranger. Thine are the wings of joy. Thou art the deep, to the deep in me calling. Thou art a lamp where my feet shall tread. Thy way is steep, past the peril of falling. Thou art my daily bread. Thine be the praise of my spirit uplifted. Thou art the sea to each flowing stream. Thine be the days that are gathered and sifted. Thou art the deathless stream. invite you to rise in body or spirit for our next hymn, 163, For the Earth Forever Turning.
Our call to worship today is inspired by a quote from Ram Dass, which has been spoken from this podium before. We are all just walking each other home. We are also dancing each other home. We are here to grow in love, to celebrate, and play the universe further into communal joy. Come, let us worship together. With our promise of building beloved community, we celebrate our commitments to being a multi-generational community, a community of generosity, and a community of care and connection. In that spirit, I'd like to invite our children up front for our time for all ages.
Join me, we'll get settled, scoot in a little bit. Hello, everybody. Happy almost Halloween. My story's not about Halloween today, don't worry. I am just so excited for this lovely, noisy, joyful service. And so I have a beautiful but fairly simple story I'll tell. Most of it's in pictures. And as we go, I'm going to encourage you to maybe get a little bit wiggly with me and a little bit noisy and just kind of be in the story with me today. Okay, so our story today is Rumble and Roar by Sue Fleiss. Let's get started. All right, if we can do a big morning stretch, my friends. Wake, stir, whistle. Yeah, and whir. Awesome. Hearts thump. Beat and pump. Lovely. And slow. And then we slow. All right. Snarl. Growl. Screech and howl. Lovely, lovely. Chirp. Hum. Drip. Drop. Drip. Drop. Rum. Nice. Nice. Babble. Woo-soo. Roar and whoosh. That was a lovely waterfall, folks. Rumble. Blow. Blast. Blast and flow. Settle, settle. Good. You guys are so into it. I'm so happy. Quiet crunch. Snap. Squawk and flap. Good. Ring. Moo. Chomp and chew. Chomp. Chomp. Crack. Slide mountainside. Got an avalanche in the distance. Trumpet. Pound. Take the ground. Swat. Swish. Let me see a big dive. And fish. Paddle. Paddle. Slap. Maybe the, yeah. Slosh and lap. Swoosh, slosh, swish, slosh. Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. Ooh. Turn and click. Whisper. Slumber. Hush. Honk shoe. Purr. Snore. Shh. Sounds no more. Silence. Let's hear the silence. Okay. My friends, you did so amazing. I am so grateful. Okay. I love it. Children, youth, everybody, everyone's in here today. I've got kind of a little party in the back over there. So if you'd like to wiggle and join me, I've got puzzles and stuff. And everyone, enjoy the service. Let's sing our community blessing as we stay together.
When we give, we say yes to the natural cycle of abundance in our lives. And we say yes to building beloved communities within and beyond our walls. We commit ourselves to do the work of justice and compassion for all people and our earth. This month, we share those gifts with our plate partner, the Duck Valley Indian Reservation, as part of our ongoing commitment to right relationship with our indigenous neighbors. I invite the ushers to come forward. Our offering will be gratefully received. As the ushers bring our offering gifts forward, I invite us all to join together in the collective blessing of our offering. We bless these gifts so freely given. May generosity always be our companions as we walk the holy path towards ever greater compassion and unity.
We invite you to shift gears at this time of deeper reflection and hopeful transformation, settling in our bodies, opening our hearts and minds with curiosity and compassion. Our reading this morning is Beatitudes for Earth Sunday by Richard S. Gilbert. Blessed are the heavens, for they declare the power of creation. Blessed is the earth, our beloved home, for she is a planet of plenitude. Blessed are the waters thereon, for they gave rise to living things. Blessed is the land, for it is the source of life abundant. Blessed is the air we breathe, for it fires us to life and love. Blessed are the beasts of the field, for they are glorious to behold. Blessed are the birds of the air, for they carve a graceful arc in the sky. Blessed are the mountains and the seas, and the valleys, for their variety makes rich our habitat. Blessed are the fields of grain, the orchards of fruit, for they give sustenance, asking nothing in return. Blessed are the dwellers on earth, for they cherish the privilege of living upon it. Blessed are they who protect the earth and her creatures, from the plants to the fields, to the trees of the forest, for their reward shall be harmony with the web of existence. Rejoice and be glad, for the earth and her people are one.
Okay, this is going to get real fun. So we're going to do a little rehearsal. I know many of you are familiar with the concept of call and response. So basically there'll be a musical melody and then you can respond to it. You can copy the melody or you can respond something in return. Music is a conversation. We're doing it all the time. So I'm going to ask Jean to improvise a little melody on the violin and then invite all of you to kind of mirror it and kind of sing it back to her. Just ahs are okay. Whatever. Yeah. This is gonna work. Okay. So the plan for this is, I know it's like, oh, it's creative play, but we're gonna have some structure too. Okay. So we have a field recording, and I build this as nature sounds, but it's all birds. It's really bird heavy. So I invite you to listen because it sounds a lot. It can sound a lot like chaos with lots of things going on. But if you listen, you can hear the individual birds calling out. Hearing their community respond to them. So we're going to start that field recording and meditate through the deep listening for a while, whatever seems right. And then after a while, Jean will start improvising and slowly bring the violin in. And then we'll invite like Diane or whoever, once the violin comes in, whoever wants to get up and move and dance, we can do that. And then we'll also invite people to vocalize, like respond to the violin, respond to bird sounds, however you feel called. And since it's all birds, like we all did so much great practice, like mirroring all the other animals of the forest and the wishing winds and the streams and all that. So like that would be great. And whatever feels fun. And then Jonathan will slowly bring the drums in. And then after a little bit of that, when we bring the bass drum in, then we'll invite everybody to do the percussion. There's instruments spread out and like clapping, stomping, whatever feels fun. And then yeah, so I think we're good. And then I like to think of improvising as waves, bringing your element in and out and listening to the response to it. Because it's very, there's a lot, it's easy to like use your one instrument or so to just do it all the time because it's really fun. But it's like if we just focus on like kind of being like a wave and bringing elements in and out and listening to each other. And then we're gonna bring it up to a crescendo with the drums, faster, faster, faster. And then we'll, at a certain point, go all to silence and then back to the nature sounds again and let the pond settle before we do our closing blessing. Yes. All right. We can keep that going after the service. My friends, I invite you to place your hands over your heart for a closing blessing by Reverend Darcy Lane. Listen for the beat of living things, for time's river grooving deep by flowing. Rock the world with gentle gratitude for gifts given and received. Pound out the rhythm of community's heart, rushing with the blood of history, throbbing the joy of connection, sway with the breath of wind, harmonizing sky and leaf. Listen for the beat of holy things, for the shimmer of singing stars, swinging wide in the everything. Answer the pulse of your own life as it invites you to dance. Blessed are we all. Go in peace. Thank you.